Hey guys, it's Becca. I am just hanging out with you guys today. We're gonna talk about some stuff. Talk about Lovevery. We've been getting, we've gotten 2 boxes now. I'm gonna show you our first box today. Emily's had it for about 3 months, and so she's just kind of played with it a ton. First off, I just want to say, so we ordered Lovevery in August for the first time. Emily was 15 months at the time, but Emily was a preemie. She was born about 2 months early, so we adjust for that corrected age in her toys at this time. She's still catching up developmentally, and so we just felt like ordering back a few months would be the best thing. So we love it. It's great. They send you this nice little book that comes with it, and it tells you all about it, some extra activities that you can do, and fun stuff like that. So I'm just gonna start with a few of these different things and kind of tell you about them and whether Emily enjoyed them, how much she played with them, and if she's still using them. So I'm just gonna start with this one. We use this one mostly when we travel because it's nice and small. She can take it and it'll keep her occupied for a little while. She's starting now to roll things back and forth. So she does that with a big ball, and now we're trying to get that with cars since it doesn't go all directions. It can only go like this. But she loves it. She loves to grab this and just kind of wave it around, bang it on things, because wood banging on other wood things or other objects makes a fun sound. And, you know, we have fun with it. It's whatever. But yeah, so she loves this when we travel. When we're going over to a friend's house or something like that, it's a great toy to just stick into her diaper bag. So the next one, the next thing is these books. They've sent, in this one, the Babbler, they sent 4 books. We've got these little ones, Clean and Messy, and Big and Little. She loves these. These are the perfect size for her. So she will just grab these and flip through them, and she'll hand them to me, and then hand them to me again when I don't do anything with them, and so that I know that she wants to read them. But we will read these all the time. She kind of likes this one. She likes to turn pages. So that's her big thing with books right now, is just kind of to turn pages. And so Where's Cruise Shoe is kind of fun. It's got the little openers where you open the extra section. But she's not too interested in that extra section right now. She just loves to turn the pages. And so this one, it's acceptable. It's in her little book basket, and she will kind of pull it out with all her other books when she dumps all those all over the floor. And then this one has been her recent favorite, especially this weekend. There's like it and one other book. She just kind of carries them around right now. But it is Colorful Foods, and she will open it usually only about to here, and then that's all she'll let me tell her about. Otherwise, she just closes it on me. But she loves to turn the pages, loves to hold up the books, stick it back in the box, just all fun things. And so it's really great. So she loves these. The other thing is this was the first thing that we introduced to her, and there's 2 pieces missing. I think they're up in her room underneath her changing table, but I didn't want to crawl down and get that. What's really great about this is there's 2 of each color. So as she gets older, she can start to match the colors up and stuff like that. But what's really great is when she was learning to do pegs, which she wasn't quite to the point of doing them when we got the box, is this turns. So this will move with her. So as she would put them on and she might get one part, it would move. Whereas you might have the little plastic tower or other peg things, the pegs don't go anywhere. So they're just stationary. So they hit it and they just miss. And so for this was really great for her. And she, within a few weeks, I think, started putting all of them on there because it will move around with her. But yeah, so she's starting, the last time she played with it, I started to see she started to kind of try and fit them into the little circles. But for the most part, she loves to put them all on and just stack them up and play with them that way. And so it's been up in her room for a little while, but I feel like we're gonna pull it down into her stuff soon, trade it out with a little wooden tower that we have. The next thing we have is the nesting baskets. And so they just fit right inside each other. They're a little difficult to pull out because they are this different material. And so it can make it a little challenging for them, which is good. And so she will love to pull them. She loves to stack them and restack them. And then she also loves to just set them around and sort things into them. Literally, she'll put 2 or 3 things into one, and then she'll decide, oh no, this one needs to go in another one. And so she'll move it, and she just loves to move between the baskets. And then there's also a little ball that can fit right inside if you wanted to do that. But I also will sometimes use these to sort the pieces of her other things in so that they have a place to go and kind of keep them together and try not to lose them. And so, but she'll try to put those up too. And so we use these all the time. They're almost always out in some form or fashion, either in this form or as a storage. So, and that's Paulo back there. And apparently he's dreaming, and it's really cute. So then it also, along with this little felt ball, they sent these other 2 balls. She doesn't really play with these. They're kind of there for her, but she doesn't really play with them very much. So I'm probably going to put them up for a little while and then pull them back out and see what she does. Maybe when she's getting closer to throwing, she'll kind of toss things right now, but she's not about throwing things. She has plastic. We have little plastic ones that kind of squeak, and she likes those more than these because the dogs will chase those. So she likes to kind of toss them aside for the dogs. So next we have this puzzle, and so this is a little circle puzzle, and it has a picture of kids underneath each one of these, and she's a big fan of this one. She likes this one. It's really interesting, the progression that she's gone through with these, and she, you know, it's all about taking them off. That was the big thing, taking them off, and she would just take them off all day long. And then she started maybe putting one back and trying to figure out where it goes, and getting them on different sizes, and just maybe like she might put this one here, and because it went in, it fit. And then a few weeks later, she started feeling around, and she would kind of do this. And so if there were 2 off, she might do this until she found where it went. And then the very last thing that she did is now she's pretty good at just, I mean, it's off. Usually we have them off for her, off to the side, and then she puts them on, and she is just like right on top of where it is. And it's pretty crazy. It was like one day she just, it didn't matter what order the puzzle pieces were in, she put them back in the right spot. And she might have searched a little bit to find it, but she got them there, and it was great. So that's kind of fun, and she loves to do that. She loves this puzzle. So next we have one that was her favorite, like right off the bat when she first used it. And it is this big tower thing. And I could only find one of the balls. But it's pretty great. It's got 4 doors, and she can do about 3 of them. The first day that I kind of held off a couple weeks from getting it to give it to her because I wasn't quite sure if she would handle it well. But the first time she figured out that this hole, it goes in here. And so she would just right away put it in there. And within 30 minutes we had her, she was getting it into the top, and it was pretty great. But she at first she wasn't quite strong enough to press it down. But eventually she, by the end of that first day, maybe second day that she had it out, she was able to do that, and she loves to just put it in there. She's put just about anything in there. Anything that fits down the slide or into the hole, she will get in there. And then for the longest time, she's only been able to do this one. She's only been able to open this one and open this one. This one has kind of confused her because it's not got a knob or a handle or anything, and you can just kind of push it or she can pull it. But the problem is she'd get it open, but when she put her hand down, she would knock it down. So she was a little baffled by that one, and came back to it later. This one she hasn't quite done, but she's been starting to eat out of the little snackers that you put that she puts her little hand in and pulls her snack out. So I'm thinking she's getting ready for that, but this is a little taut. It's kind of tight, and so she is like, I can't get my hand in there to get a toy out and hold it at the same time. It's kind of tight. So I have a feeling we'll try this again, and she may like it. But I don't want to pull it back out until I have both the other balls. But she is a big fan of this. And then the very last thing, this was probably the last thing we introduced her to because it's a little more difficult for fine motor skills. It requires a little bit more, and that is this coin sorter. And from the day we gave it to her, it's been a favorite. I think at first more out of frustration. I mean, we gave it to her and she tried and she just couldn't quite figure it out, and she would get frustrated and she would get mad. And I mean, she was in tears. It was kind of adorable tears, because it's like the first time she's getting truly frustrated with a toy. And so we kind of just took it away for a little bit, but she went back to it and kept trying. And I mean, I'll probably add the video in here of her, but she gets real mad at the toy, and she's just like, she's mad. And she keeps handing the coins to Josh and asking for help to put them in. And then 2 days later, she figured out how to get them in. And so I've got that video as well. And now her favorite thing, about a month after we gave the box to her, her favorite thing is to take the lid. So the lid is a little hard to pull off. This magnet is pretty tight. I mean, I'm pulling pretty hard and it's not coming off. So I pull it off for her most of the time, but she loves to put it back on, and she will sit there and play until she's got it figured out and it's on. And she is, I mean, this toy is serious business for her. And so once she gets the lid on, she turns it over herself and puts the coins in. And she is pretty good. So she is, she kind of has a little slower development in her left side. She had torticollis as an infant. And that clickety-clack is Milo walking around on the floor. I'm sorry about that, guys. But he spit clickety-clackety with his nails. So her left side is a little slower. So we always have to try and, she kind of forgets about her left side a little bit. And we have to kind of force her a little bit, kind of initiate her to use her left side and remember it. And so she did her right hand for a long time. And so the big exciting thing was the first time we saw her do all of the coins. She did the whole activity with her left hand, and that's a big deal. And so that was really exciting. So these, I think, have been really great. They're really great developmental toys. Each toy has its own developmental thing that it accomplishes, and it's really good. So being a mom of a preemie, development was a big thing for us. She's she's had slower developments in areas. She's behind about 2 months in some areas, 4 months in a 3 or 4 months in another, and then on she's like there with her peers age-wise, and so we really focus on developmental things. And so these toys are Montessori based, which also focuses on developmental things. Really good. And I put a lot of research into the types of toys and the style, the Montessori style, and it's been wonders since she started using a lot more Montessori toys rather than just random toys. And so because each toy is teaching her things and building on each other, and even activities like the coin box eventually, you know, will add in taking the thing off herself. There's so much different developmental things that each one offers that she'll be able to use them for a long time, and they're wood and they're sturdy, and so that's going to really, they're gonna hold up for a long time. That is part of why we love this. So the things that she is still using today is mostly these little baskets. She's still using them, the coin box and the books. Pretty much at this point, she's our first child, so every book we get just, I mean, it's just building a library. So we kind of, you know, we had very slim choices when you know, she was born, and so now we're just building it up. So those are just in her basket, and she's always got those. And then the puzzle, she still uses that. Some of this stuff is in the living room here, some of it's in the office, and then I also keep some out in her bedroom. So we kind of have the 3 different zones where she plays. We've already got her second box, and probably towards the end of it, when we get the 3rd box, I'll, you know, do another video like this about it. But yeah, I don't really have much else to say. Thanks for watching, and I hope to do another one of these videos soon, and I hope you liked it. So thanks for watching. Bye.